Hello everyone, we are present here to discuss the important chapter in physics, that is reflection and refraction of light. These are the common phenomena that you have studied in previous classes. About light, you should know that it is a form of energy which helps us to see object. It always travels in a straight path. It is because of the presence of light we are able to see the object. Here you can see it is showing the phenomena of reflection and refraction of light that we will be studying in this chapter. About reflection, when a ray of light strikes a smooth polished surface, what happens? It gets reflected back. So we say the phenomena of bouncing back of light when it travels a polished surface is known as reflection. Here the ray of light which strikes the reflecting surface is known as incident ray. The ray of light which bounces back after striking the reflecting surface is known as reflected ray. The imaginary perpendicular drawn is known as normal. Here, the angle formed between the incident ray and the normal is known as angle of incidence. The angle formed between the reflected ray and the normal is known as angle of reflection. Now, about the laws of reflection, it is said that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lies at the same plane. The angle, second law is the angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Now type of images, we get real image, virtual image. Now for your understanding, you should understand three things. Whenever the rays are actually meeting at a point, we get the real image. If it is real, it will be inverted, and the real image is always formed in front of the screen. About virtual image is the image which is formed behind the screen. Here the rays appears to meet at a point, means the rays are not actually meeting at a point, and whenever it will be virtual, it is erect. Size of the image which we get, it can be enlarged, means bigger than that of the object, reduced or smaller in size, means the size of the image is smaller than that of the object. It may be that we will get the same size image. Now about attitude of the image that you can get, it can be upright. Upright means straight. It can be inverted. It means upside down. Laterally inverted, if the image gets shifted by 180 degree, that is known as laterally inverted. And here it has been shown in all the three ways. Image formed by the plane mirror. This is very important. It is generally asked in CBSE. First, in case of plane mirror, the image is erect, it is virtual, it is of same size, distance of the image is same as that of the distance of the object, and image is laterally inverted, means the image gets shifted by 180 degree. Your right hand appears to be left hand. In this chapter, we are going to study about the curved mirrors, that is the spherical mirror. In this mirror you can see in the upward side, it is the image you can see it is bigger in size, and in the downward side, that is the inward side, you can see it is showing smaller. So when the inward side is the reflecting surface, it is known as concave mirror. When the outward side, the curved part, the outward side is reflecting surface, it is known as convex mirror. Now there are certain rules. Whenever the rays are parallel to principal axis, it meet at focus, principal focus. In case of concave mirror, the rays will actually meet at a focus. In case of convex mirror, it appears to meet at focus. Now two types of mirrors are there, concave mirror and convex mirror. Center of curvature. In the mirror, the imaginary center, it is a part of the hollow sphere, it will have a center, so that center is known as center of curvature. Now the distance of the center from the pole is known as radius of curvature. Pole is the geometric center of the spherical mirror. Principal axis, the straight line which passes from center of curvature to the pole is known as principal axis. Principal focus, when the rays are parallel to principal axis, it appears to meet at a point. Either it will actually meet or it appears to meet. So that is known as principal focus. Focal length, the distance between pole and focus is known as focal length. If the rays are parallel to principal axis, they pass through principal focus. Now we are going to discuss about concave mirror. Now here you can see, in case of concave mirror, the second rule is shown here. If the rays are parallel to principal focus, if the ray is parallel to principal focus, it is principal axis, it passes through principal focus, and if the ray passes through principal focus, it is parallel to principal axis. If a ray passes through center of curvature, it traces its path. The reason is that as we know that angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection, which is equals to 0 degree. In this figure, if the object is kept beyond center of curvature, the parallel ray passes through principal focus and one ray passes through center of curvature. The point where both the rays are meeting, we get the image. If the object is kept at center of curvature, one parallel ray passes through principal focus and another ray passes through principal focus is parallel to principal axis. The point where both the rays are intersecting, we get the image. Here in this case, the image is formed at center of curvature. If the object is kept between principal focus and center of curvature, the parallel ray passes through principal focus and another ray, if it passes through center of curvature, what happens, the point where both the rays are meeting, we will get the image. In this case, we are getting the magnified image. If the object is kept at principal focus, the parallel ray passes through principal focus and another ray passes through center of curvature. What happens, they both are parallel to each other, they will never intersect, so we presume that they will meet at infinity. And if the object is placed between principal focus and pole, one parallel ray passes through principal focus, another ray passes through center of curvature. The point where both the rays will meet, we will get the image. In this case, we get the virtual, erect and magnified image. This is the exceptional case. Now in case of convex mirror, about convex mirror, surface of the mirror is curved outward, spreads out light rays, produces a virtual image that is upright and smaller than that of the object. Now if the rays are parallel to principal axis, it appears to pass through principal focus. Here also you can see the image is depicted. The image is smaller than that of the object, but it is virtual, erect. Now if the object is placed anywhere between pole and infinity, one parallel ray appears to pass through principal focus and one ray passes through center of curvature. The point where both the rays will intersect, we will get the image. Here you can see a diminished image. I hope you all have understood. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.